Yo, so I'm having like one of those weird, like existential spiritual days. Have you ever had one of those days where you're like, oh my gosh, everything's kind of like lining up, perfectly aligning? So I'm gonna post this clip of an open mic. I'm a stand up comic, kind of getting myself back into comedy. But last night I was doing an open mic, and usually my style is I just kind of improv, especially at open mics. And I guess in the comedy world, it's not cool to like put your open mic setup, but like the conversation was just like kind of like off topic, and you're just kind of like going with the flow of the room, like all these things. And all these things that have come out with the CEO shooter reveal kind of lines up with the discussion from last night. So I'm going to post this video. I'm like, for me, like I'm from Maryland, and it's just really, really interesting how like everything's like connected to like where I was from, like where I grew up. Like the guy was from like Towson, Maryland. Like his family is in a place called Cockeysville, Maryland. It's just like, whoa. Like to me, it's like, um, I keep saying like people keep sleeping on Maryland. Like there's a reason that the show The Wire took place in Baltimore. Like I hate when people are like, "Oh, The Wire took place in just like a random town in any random city. It could have been any city." And it's like, "No, y'all. Like Maryland like has a lot of stuff that goes on too. It's just that like maybe we're not as like loud as people from like Boston or New Jersey or New York, but like there's a lot of stuff that goes on in Maryland as well." So this is my clip from my open mic, and this is stuff that I said, and I just think it's interesting that like all of these like pew-pewers, because you can't say the actual word, have like these manifestos, and it's like, okay, I have a lot of questions. Why was he in a McDonald's? Like, why did he have so much stuff on him? Like, it's just so weird. So anyway, this is my clip, and hope you enjoy it.
Somebody was talking about manifestos, and I was thinking somebody said manifestos, and I've done a lot of comedy in weird towns that you've never heard of, and I'm from a place called Laurel, Maryland, but there's like shore. It's kind of like how like people from Jersey are really weird. Like people from the shore of Maryland are just like extremely strange, like country people. And so I was at a show in a place called Salisbury, Maryland. Okay. And they're really, Maryland, where I'm from, is really only known for like covert ops and people that eat crabs. And like, it's literally covert ops, people that make a lot of money, people that eat crabs, and then murderers. That's literally Maryland altogether. But I was doing a show, and this guy was like really digging my shit because I love conspiracies. I'm like down rabbit holes most of the time. Nice. Like I'm down this UAP and Jersey rabbit hole like a motherfucker. Is anybody in like that rabbit hole right now? Okay, we'll get there in a second. But this guy, I left the show. I'm probably talking about lizard people or some shit. And I leave, and this guy, I swear to God, he follows me. And at the time, like I had my ex-boyfriend with me. And he hands me a manifesto that he typed out that he carries around with him. And it was shit like you were talking about. It's just like what the fuck is it? It's just like inconclusive. Like clearly you know he has like a machete somewhere. Like that kind of stuff. Like there's like country people that have machetes they just go to like antique fairs to get machetes. Like there's people that are specific with their manifesto. They're specifically odd, you know? And there's parts of this country that I've been to, like when they're like, "Oh, how did Trump get reelected?" And I'm like, have you fucking been through the state of Idaho? Have you been to like the in-between the cities places? Because I sure have. Like I know there's people here from, I think, Ohio or Pennsylvania. There's a laugh right there. There's a reason why I put person like MGK exists, is what I'm trying to say. MGK is kind of like a hot school shooter, though. Like, I will say that. Okay, so we're getting to the UAPs in New Jersey, okay?